until you make the unconscious conscious. It will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people. Life really does begin at 40. Up until then, you are just doing research. Faith, hope, love, and insight are the highest achievements of human effort. They are found given by experience. Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. Your visions will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakes. The meeting of two personalities is like the contact of two chemical substances. If there is any reaction, both are transformed. The pendulum of the mind oscillates between sense and nonsense, not between right and wrong. Loneliness does not come from having no people about one, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to oneself, or from holding certain views which others find inadmissible. There's no coming to consciousness without pain. As a child I felt myself to be alone, and I am still. Because I know things, and must hint at things which others apparently know nothing of, and for the most part do not want to know. Show me a sane man, and I will cure him for you. One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious. Mistakes are, after all, the foundations of truth, and if a man does not know what a thing is, it is at least an increase in knowledge, if he knows what it is not. As far as we can discern, the sole purpose of human existence is to kindle a light of meaning in the darkness of mere being. Whatever is rejected from the self appears in the world as an event. We cannot change anything unless we accept it. Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. Where wisdom reigns, there is no conflict between thinking and feeling. Where love rules, there is no will to power, and where power predominates, love is lacking. The one is the shadow of the other. Through pride we are ever deceiving ourselves. But deep down below the surface of the average conscience a still, small voice says to us, something is out of tune. The shoe that fits one person pinches another. There is no recipe for living that suits all cases. The best political, social, and spiritual work we can do is to withdraw the projection of our shadow onto others. The first half of life is devoted to forming a healthy ego, the second half is going inward and letting go of it. Wholeness is not achieved by cutting off a portion of one's being, but by integration of the contraries. To find out what is truly individual in ourselves, profound reflection is needed. And suddenly we realize how uncommonly difficult the discovery of individuality is. The reason for evil in the world is that people are not able to tell their stories. Every human life contains a potential. If that potential is not fulfilled, then that life was wasted. Nights through dreams tell the myth forgotten by the day. It is often tragic to see how blatantly a man bungles his own life, and the lives of others, yet remains totally incapable of seeing how much the whole tragedy originates in himself, and how he continually feeds it, and keeps it going. Even a happy life cannot be without a measure of darkness, and the word happy would lose its meaning if it were not balanced by sadness. I must also have a dark side, if I am to be whole. It all depends on how we look at things, and not on how things are in themselves. The least of things with a meaning is worth more in life than the greatest of things without it. Find out what a person fears most, and that is where he will develop next. Midlife is the time to let go of an overdominant ego, and contemplate the deeper significance of human existence. We are not what happened to us. We are what we wish to become. The most terrifying thing is to accept oneself completely. People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. We meet ourselves time and again in 1,000 disguises, on the path of life. The privilege of a lifetime is to become who you truly are.